The whole field of green innovation is a Rorschach test. We see in the blobs what we want and need to see. Capitalism mutating into something ecologically friendly. Capitalism wrecking the planet. The system working. The system shirking. This video throws out questions raised by the idea of eco-innovation. It also gives a quick overview of the changing academic perspectives on the greening of industry. It is, of course, a work in progress, and if you think I'm wrong, let me know. So what is eco-innovation, anyhow? Kemp and Pearson, 2007, define it as, deep breath, the production, assimilation or exploitation of a product, production process, service or management or business method that is novel to the organisation, developing or adopting it, and which results, through its life cycle, in a reduction of environmental risk, pollution and other negative impacts of resources use, including energy use, compared to relevant alternatives. So, why do companies go green? Is it simply to greenwash, to get the eco-nuts off their backs and onto softer targets? Is it a bargaining chip against the risk of proposed regulations that would be more stringent? Is it an opportunity to attract and retain staff who care about these things? Is it for competitive advantage, the Porter hypothesis, especially a first mover advantage? Is it to have a planet left to sell stuff on? Of course, the answer is it depends. It might be any of those, any combination of those. It depends on the particular industry, the market, the governments and the states, and the times. There's no one simple answer. There are a lot of complicated questions, though. Who engages in eco-innovation? Is it the little guy, the niche actor trying to save the world or patent some cool stuff and then get bought out? Do the little guys have the cash and organisational capacities, smart enough staff, good enough absorptive capacity, to do the job? Is it the big beasts, the elephants trying to tap dance in search of new customers or just keep the ones they've got? Are they too drunk on past successes? Under what circumstances will pressure groups scare them into acting? It depends. How does this eco-innovation play out? Is it incremental, constant small refinements of a dominant design, or is it radical and potentially competence-destroying? It depends. Where does it come from? Does it come from a laboratory, or is it user-led? Insert guff about prosumers here. It depends. Does it come from transition regimes or industrial districts? It depends. What kind of innovation are we talking about? The same product used differently? A different product used in the same way? A new product used in a different way? What of the rebound effect? Can we escape Jevons paradox? There are a bunch of other questions too. What happens at the level of an industry over and above individual firms jostling for advantage? Are there industries that can't plausibly reorientate? How will they fight to the death? Which regulations in a policy mix might drive faster innovation in the right direction? What are the trade-offs between green and responsible and so on? What about innovations that sustain an ultimately unsustainable system, man? Are they green? Who says? All good questions. What does the academic literature have to say? How long have you got? For now, this. According to Penner 2014, the literatures can be broken down into three periods, with an expansion from a largely firm-based economics costs model between the 1960s and 80s, so Hoffman's work around corporate environmentalism emerging in the late 60s and 70s in direct response to increasing government regulation following various environmental disasters. Then, by the 1990s, things have evolved into environmental innovation can create win-wins, having your cake and eating it, so ecological modernisation, the Porter hypothesis. And a third, more recent wave takes a more sophisticated approach that brings in organisational theory, innovation studies, evolutionary economics, neo-institutional theory, and looks at an entire field, including governmental and non-governmental players. In their excellent Climate Change, Capitalism and Corporations, Processes of Creative Self-Destruction, Christopher Wright and Daniel Newberg argue that corporate environmentalism provides a way for corporations to incorporate critique and respond by justifying their actions. We can be trusted to be good corporate citizens and environmental managers through self-regulation, market logics and tech innovation. So, to answer all those questions, it's complicated and It depends. What would actual greening look like? There's a whole bunch of terms: circular economy, closed loop, steady state, degrowth. In my opinion, all of them anxiety management devices, bargaining in the face of a remorseless green reaper. Oh well.